Hey guys, Mama Sam here. So, I know I look like crap today. I feel like crap today. I don't know what's going on. I think I might have an inner ear infection or something. I don't know. I feel terrible. But anyway, I wanted to make this video before it goes too ice cold and people are like, it's already old news now, but I wouldn't even have talked about this, but as everybody knows by now, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, okay? And the only reason I was like, oh, I kind of want to talk about this was because I just made a video, like, last week, I think it was, talking about how much I love Will Smith and how... oh my gosh. So I haven't made a video in a while because I actually had to go to Arizona to watch my mom's cats while she went out of town. So I actually just got back in town the day before yesterday, and yesterday I was visiting a friend, so I wasn't available to make a video. So I'm like really old making this, and like in social media time frame, this is like, it's been like a year since that happened, but I figured I'd talk about it anyway and just give my own breakdown and what I think happened and what I think was going on with all that kind of stuff. So as most of you know now, like the whole world knows that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. So I had actually just got home from babysitting my mom's cats, and I was scrolling through my feed on YouTube, and I noticed that there was a video from the Critical Drinker talking about it, and I'm like, what happened? So I watched it, and I'm just like, the very first thing I thought off the top of my head was, oh, this is staged. This is fake, because the Oscars, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm doing my laundry. That seems like that always happens when I'm making videos. I'm just always doing laundry. I was thinking, oh, it's got to be fake because the Oscars, their viewership has been just abysmal in the last few years. And I was like, oh, they did this just to get like some publicity or whatever. So I was watching it, and as I watched it, I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is real or fake or not.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
So when I saw that, I was like, okay, wait. The slap, honestly, it looks kind of fake, right? Like, but his reaction afterward, like, that is 100% authentic. So like, I'm gonna try to break it down as much as I can, which, I mean, I'm not, whatever, let's just do it. So initially, when you watch the video, Will Smith is laughing his ass off when they make that video, the joke. Okay? He's laughing, and not just like a little bit like, no, he's like mouth open. This is hysterical. And you can just see his wife's face, like, she just like, dirty look on her face. And the thing that got me was her face wasn't even like a face like, oh, ouch, that hurt, or oh, why'd you have to make fun of me? Like, no, her face is straight up, how dare you insult me? Don't you know who I am? Do not do that. I am the queen bee. Nobody makes fun of me. Like, you can just tell she has this smug, I'm better than you look on her face. Okay, so then Will Smith, who was just laughing like a lot, is walking up on stage and slaps Chris, and then walks away and starts screaming like a lunatic. So, to me, what happened, this is what a roundup of just this whole thing. And then I'm going to make this video, and then we're never going to talk about it again because it's been everywhere. It's all over the place. Everybody's talking about it. The best thing about this, though, has been the memes. Like, I wish I could personally thank Will Smith for the onslaught of memes that have come out. It's just, it makes me so happy. Everybody knows, or maybe they don't, that Will Smith was basically beaten. I use that like not physically, but or maybe I don't know, but beaten into like this open relationship with his wife. So he caught her cheating on him a whole bunch, and she basically said, well, I want to have an open marriage. And so he was like, okay, I guess I do too. But it was more like he doesn't want to lose his wife. Like, obviously he's like so in love with her that he doesn't want to lose his wife. And so he agreed to have like this open marriage, which I think it's just absolutely destroying him. It's really freaking bizarre. Like, it's just so weird. And you know how you always hear people be like, I ain't trying to shame, like all the... No, I am, okay? I say what I want to say. If you don't like what I have to say, go watch somebody else, okay? Your feelings are not my problem, and I'm going to say exactly what I think. So, no, I don't think that's normal. I think if you are in a healthy marriage, you get everything you need from your partner. We aren't stupid here. Obviously, she had an affair, she got busted, and she was trying to save face by being like, well, I want to have an open marriage. Well, I don't think he wanted to, but now he's in an open marriage. That would tear me apart. Like, it's really sad. It is really sad. So, you know, he's laughing, and then you just see this face. I mean, look at her face. Look at that face. She looks like she's gonna murder him with her eyes. And the next thing you know, he's walking up there and he's slapping him. And when I was watching, I thought initially the slap, it looked kind of weird because it was like, it looks like he walks up and then he slaps him, but the slap just looked kind of strange to me. And I'm thinking, you know why? Because he probably didn't want to slap him. He probably didn't even know what he was going to do when he got up there and then just slapped him. And that's why it looks funky, because like he didn't want to hit him. He didn't want to do that. So he walks away, and he's still walking away like he's James West, walking away from all the explosions in Wild Wild West. And then he gets down and he sits down, and then he starts screaming like a crazy person to, you know, keep my wife's name out of your mouth or whatever. And I'm wondering if he went and sat down and she was like, you need to do more. You need to say more. And he just started screaming. Or if he just kind of snapped because of everything that she is telling him what he needs to do. So, and I do want to point out that Chris Rock handled that like a freaking champ. I mean, it didn't even look like he got hit. That was another reason I was like, this has got to be fake. He freaking got slapped up, and he was just like, oh well, I just got smacked, guys. Like, it didn't even faze him. I was all like saying, hey, Chris got rocked, but Will got triggered. So I think, honestly, to wrap it up, because nobody cares anymore, do they? I think Will Smith is honestly a really good person. Now, I don't know him from Adam. He could be the worst person alive, but I feel like he might be a good guy, and I think he's just in a terrible marriage. I think that he is so desperate for her approval and for her love that he is more willing to tarnish his name, possibly get an assault charge against him, possibly lose his Oscar, completely just drag his public image through the mud. He's more willing to do that than to put up with that woman, to hear her mouth that night, or to deal with whatever's coming her way, that she would have thrown all that shit on him instead of maybe talking to Chris Rock, be like, dude, why did you say that? Which, by the way, I did want to point out, like, it's kind of like messed up. I know that she has alopecia, I don't really know how it's pronounced. Basically, it makes you, like, your hair fall out, which I can't even imagine. Like, that would be horrifying. Everybody knows that I'm all about hair. My hair is, like, my identity. And to start losing your hair would be one of the most hardest, heartbreaking things that I'd ever have to come to terms with. I don't know if I ever could. That would be awful. That being said, that is all that alopecia is. It's just, quiet you. It's just hair loss, and she has a very mild form of it. So she chose to shave her head because she was starting to lose hair along the like the top of her head, but it wasn't a lot. It was just a little bit. So she chose to shave her head. And people are starting to try to make it sound like it's an illness, it's an autoimmune disease, but really the only thing is that you lose your hair. I would, in a heartbeat, trade every one of my conditions for that. I'd give up my IBS, my POTS, my chronic fatigue syndrome, my migraine syndrome, I would hand it all over in a hot second if the only thing I had to worry about was losing my hair. So to hear people being like, well, it's a medical condition and she's sick and all this kind of stuff. Well, yeah, she is, but there are so many more other serious medical conditions out there that get made fun of. I think that she thinks she's above being allowed to be made fun of. I don't think that joke crossed the line. I really don't. I think Will Smith definitely crossed the line, which really sucks because I really like Will Smith. But I think that he is a man I think that he is just losing his mind because she's just torturing him, like I really do think that. And also I want to point out that it was a stupid joke, by the way. It wasn't even that funny. If he hadn't done anything about it, nobody would even be talking about it. Nobody would have even been watching the Oscars. So nobody would have known, oh, now the air is going to kick on too. Nobody would even remember it. More than half the world, no, probably even more than that. I think they said there was only like 8 million people watching at the time. So 8 million people would have heard that joke and not one of them would have repeated it. They probably wouldn't even have cared. Now that joke's immortalized. It's a meme. It's never going away now. You just memeified yourself. And the fact that he got to keep the Oscar, and I don't even know if there's going to be any consequences. I don't know. But anyway, that's my take on it. I think, honestly, I think it was real. And I don't think Will wanted to do it, but he had to do it. Otherwise, his wife is going to make his life a living hell. Not to mention, she's a very hateful person. Like, I don't know if you know her well, no, we don't know any of them personally because they live in a fantasy land. But if you just seen some of the things she said, you can tell she's a very insecure, very jealous, hateful person. But that his marriage is a joke. It's sad. It's sad for my Big Willie style. So okay, so that's it. I'm actually going to be reviewing some of my older videos because I watched one the other day and I was like, wait a minute, I said I was going to do this and then I never did. So I'm going to go back and see some of the videos where I said, I think I'm going to make a video on this and make a video on this and make a video on this, and then I'm going to actually do that. And I'm going to stop telling you guys that I'm going to do something because more often than not I don't do it. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Was it real? Was it fake? Is Will a broken man? Chris Rock is a friggin' legend. Take it like a champ. So I'd like to read them. And I hope you guys are having a good day. And I will, of course, now everything's done. Of course. Ugh. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.